Alright guys, welcome to Ponderize. This week we'll be going over study questions for a talk by Elder Holland called Fear Not, Believe Only. We're glad to see you here. It's a great time to grab some notes, paper or pencil, and get ready to learn through the Spirit. This is a great way to study personally, but you can also do this together during a family council, with the Relief Society, your elders quorum, or even with friends. Let's get started. Dear Bishop, General Conference was boring. Why do we have to do it? Tell me why. Sincerely, Marin Arnold. Alright, you probably remember that funny story. So why does Elder Holland include this story at the beginning? Dr. Luis Santos, a professor at Yale University, recently created a class titled Psychology and the Good Life. Over 64 million people then visited her podcast. If you could speak to one of the 64 million people who looked up the Psychology podcast about the good life, what would you tell them about how you find happiness? Elder Holland says, my plea today is to begin your search for happiness by embracing the bounty we have already received from the giver of every good gift. What does it mean to embrace the bounty we have already received from the giver of every good gift? What is the bounty? How do you embrace it? President Nelson said, this generation of young people has the capacity to have more impact for good on the world than any previous generation. What can you do to spread good to the world? Consider ways that you have noticed others spreading good. What did they do? Guard against negative attitudes and destructive habits that would pull us off key as we try to sing that song of eternal salvation. What are some examples of negative attitudes or destructive habits that might attempt to stop you from singing the song of redeeming love to the world? You are his most precious possession. You are his child. What has God done throughout time that shows how precious his children are to him? What has God done in your life to show you how precious you are to him? What does it mean that divisiveness is only temporary? How does that make you feel? Some members might disagree with the positions that the church takes on certain subjects. What does it mean when Elder Holland says, if the solutions are not satisfactory to everyone, then perhaps that is part of the cross that we have to take up in order to follow the Savior? What happens to our faith as we carry our cross for the Savior? This makes me think that carrying a cross is one of the hardest things I could imagine. You either have the choice to carry through it, or to give up. And my hope is that you don't give up. Keep going. The Lord will be there to help you. When the Jewish leader Jairus pled for Jesus to heal his 12-year-old daughter who lay dying at home, the surrounding crowd waylaid the Savior so long that a servant soon came, saying to the anxious father, "Thy daughter is dead. Trouble not the master." But when Jesus heard it, he answered him, saying, "Fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole." And she was, and so will you. Fear not, believe only. My interpretation of this part is that Elder Holland seems to be telling us that even if our life seems long dead and a life beyond saving, even if a happy ending seems impossible, nothing is impossible for him. What impossible happy ending could Christ make possible for you if you fear not and believe only? Leaders, advisors, friends, family, watch for signs of depression, despair, or anything hinting of self-harm. Offer your help, listen, make some kind of intervention as appropriate. My questions are you prepared to prevent suicide and aid those with emotional struggles in your family or your circle of influence? Do you know what to watch for and what steps to take to help? What can you do now to prepare? All right, thank you for watching. I hope you were able to learn something there. And from Elder Holland, it's a great talk. Please like and subscribe. That really helps us to keep going. We hope we can continue to share this content with you. Thanks.